How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to Rangers Rundown. The regular season is over. 82 games played, 82 games in the books. The Rangers finished this regular season with 52 wins, 24 regulation losses, and 6 overtime or shootout losses. A phenomenal season, way better than I think most of the fan base was realistically thinking this team was going to accomplish. Really just a phenomenal job. And to beat the Capitals right at the end is just a cherry on top, because the Capitals, one of my least favorite teams. Miller is apparently the only player on this Rangers roster who played every single game. I think Kreider and Zibanejad played 81, but because they sat out the previous game, healthy scratches, they didn't get to 82. So I think Miller is the only 82-game player this season. A very good accomplishment for him, a very young defenseman. And to play 82 games at a high level, there's something to say about that. Kreider, Zibanejad for Toronto. Gaudreau, Strome, Brodzinski was the second line that started the game, but Lafreniere would end up on that second line. He started on the third line. Lafreniere, Chytil, Kakko, Hunt, Rooney, Reeves, Lindgren, Fox, Miller, Trouba, Nemeth, Schneider, and then Georgiev was in net. So Shesterkin getting the night off. He hasn't played since Tuesday. And if the Rangers' first round series doesn't start until Tuesday, that means Shesterkin gets an entire week off to rest and recuperate, which at this point, I really don't think is going to be that much of a problem for him. Being under the tutelage of Benoit Allaire and just being a professional athlete, I think he'll be fine. We get into the first period. 90 seconds in, the Rangers have a chance off of a Washington turnover. 5 minutes in, multiple icings, but very physical. Shots are only 3 apiece, but really nothing terribly exciting. The first, I'll say, half of this game, not incredibly exciting. It picked up as we got closer to the end, but yeah, especially the first period, just not terribly exciting hockey at all. Third line has a hard-working shift. Rangers are able to stay in the zone a couple of times, but not able to generate many shots. Capitals just swarming the puck. Halfway through, the shots are 6-4 for Washington. And then at 10:54, Kuznetsov takes a high sticking penalty. And Georgiev makes a save on Eller shorthanded. A very bad power play for the Rangers, that first one. 12:29, Vatrano takes a slashing penalty. So we get 4-on-4 for 25 seconds before the the Capitals penalty ends and the Rangers continues. Georgiev, 2 big saves in front during that 4-on-4. And then at 15:46, Lindgren and Dowd take offsetting roughing penalties, so we get 2 minutes of 4-on-4 hockey. Dowd had come in and hit Lindgren awkwardly into the board, so Lindgren grabs him, brings him down to the ice. They both get sent off for roughing. Chytil has a chance during the 2 minutes of 4-on-4. With about 2 minutes left in the period, Kreider and Oshie trade pretty good chances. Brodzinski hits it out of the air onto the net in the final seconds. That would have been a great goal to see. Shots 12-10 in favor of Washington in that first period. We get to the second, 27 seconds in after Washington out really strong to start the second period. Nemeth takes a holding penalty, and the Rangers play keep away, and Kreider with a shorthanded chance. So that penalty kill for the Rangers was gold star. 3:26, Chytil scores a goal for the Rangers. It was the first goal of the game. Washington giveaway low in the zone, and Chytil able to pop it right over the pads and into the net. But it wouldn't take long for the Capitals to come back. It would take them, 35 seconds for Schultz to score a goal. So the Capitals tie it up very shortly after. And then shortly after that, Rooney takes a tripping penalty at 4:30. And the Rangers play keep away. We think it's going to be another really strong penalty kill, but at 5:13, Carlson scores a power play goal. So in the span of 1 minute and 12 seconds, the Caps score twice and take the lead 2-1. Rooney has a deflection chance 8.5 minutes in, and then the second line, now with Lafreniere on it, has a chance after that. Vatrano breaks up a 2-on-1 shortly after, and then Fox has a chance during a 3-on-2, and he is completely robbed. 5 minutes left in the period. Vatrano stumbles on the entry, but he gets a weak shot off on the net. 15:44, Lafreniere scores a goal to tie it 2-2 for the Rangers late in the period. Carlson fumbles it at the red line, and it's a give and go with Strome. And at this point, Schneider has 2 assists. He assisted on the first 2 goals for the Rangers tonight. 19:03, Strome takes a tripping penalty, and the Caps power play would end the period. Shots 13-12 in favor of the Rangers, however. Washington starts the 3rd period on the power play for 1 minute and 3 seconds. Strome gets a partial break at the end of that power play coming out of the box. Rangers with a good chance 3 minutes in, and then Miller saves a goal 5 minutes in. Georgiev was on the other side of the net. They get a cross-crease pass, but Miller able to break that up. The Washington player would have had a wide-open net. Rangers get a 3-on-2, but a bad pass stops that. 6:42, Hunt with a beautiful goal. He just puts the moves on the goalie, gets it behind him, tucks it in. Only his 6th goal of the season, but easily the most impressive one he scored. Kakko now has 2 assists. So, 3 goals. Kakko has 2 assists. Schneider also has 2 assists. Second line has a close call. The puck bobbles into the crease. Georgiev makes a save on a Wilson breakaway. 11:52, Dowd takes a hooking penalty. Not a great power play for the Rangers during that. Nemeth breaks up a 2-on-1, and then Rangers start to push with about 5 minutes left in the period. Caps pull the goalie with 3 minutes left, and Lindgren's skate collides with one of the Washington players' skates, and he ends up dropping awkwardly to the ice. Hopefully it's nothing strenuous. He was able to get back to the bench, and hopefully it's just, a light strain or just jarred him for a second. I don't think he ended up playing the rest of the game, so we'll see what happens when the news comes out tomorrow. 17:36, Gaudreau takes a hooking penalty, and the Caps get 1 minute and 20 seconds of 6-on-4. Georgiev covers in the crease during a scrum, and Rooney goes after Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov came in as the scrum was happening, and he sweeped the leg of Rooney, knocking him to the ice, and Rooney was incensed. He went right after Kuznetsov, who I really don't like. I know he's a good player, but he's also kind of a rat. Zibanejad hits the post as a backhand try for the empty net goes all the way down from his zone, all the way down. It's going. It hits the post, and they don't get the empty net. But it wouldn't matter because the Rangers would hold out, and Georgiev wins. What is this? His 7th win in his last 8 games. Down the stretch, Georgiev has played really well. He has let in his fair share of goals, but he has won those games. So we can't really complain. 52 wins on the season. That's 110 points for the Rangers, and they will indeed face Pittsburgh in round 1 since Pittsburgh manhandled the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight. Columbus made it interesting, however, but Pittsburgh did end up winning that game, so the Rangers will face Pittsburgh in round 1, either starting Monday or Tuesday. The trivia question of the evening: who is the only player with 40-plus goal seasons with both the Rangers and the Capitals? The only one in NHL history to do that was Mike Gartner, who has 5 40-plus goal seasons with Washington and 3 40-plus goal seasons with the Rangers. The stats at the end of the game: shots 36-33 in favor of, I want to say, Washington. I could be wrong, though. Face-off 60.9% in the face-off dot for the Rangers tonight. Very good face-off night. Power play 0 for 2, hits 15 apiece, and blocks 7-16 in favor of Washington. And that's all she wrote. I will be doing a 12-game recap tomorrow, so watch out for that video. The last 12 games of the season. We'll analyze it, see how the Rangers did, and then we start talking about the first round next week. And I cannot wait because the Rangers will be the favorites to win that series against Pittsburgh. But it's Pittsburgh in the playoffs. Can't be too confident. But if Shesterkin plays the way Shesterkin's going to play, I think it's safe to assume that the Rangers will make it out of the first round and get to the second round. Who they play in the second round, it's either going to be Carolina or Washington. If Washington can pull off some sort of upset against Carolina, I think that is the best case scenario for the Rangers, because I think the Rangers would rather play Washington in the second round than the Carolina Hurricanes. But I am getting ahead of myself. Let's look forward to next week and some nice playoff hockey for the first time in a while for this Rangers team. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next rundown.